Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I am doing my March Empties, and I don't really have a lot, but I do have a lot of stuff in here that was spendy, so let's just jump in. The first thing I have is my Bath & Body Works Winter Candy Apple Gentle Foaming Hand Soap. This container is so dirty. I love the Bath & Body Works foaming soaps. This guy kind of smelled weird. He's a red apple, winter rose petals, and candied orange. It's definitely a winter scent. It is very strange. I don't know that I would purchase it again because of the scent of it, but it wasn't bad. It just was a little odd. I will continue, however, to purchase Bath & Body Works foaming hand soap. I think they are the best scented soaps out there on the market, and they typically last for quite a while, coming from a person who washes her hands so often that they dry out and crack. This is some pretty amazing stuff, so I will continue to purchase this, just maybe not this scent. It is one I got over the holiday season though, so it's definitely a holiday scent. The next thing I have on here is something that I had never used before until recently. It actually ended up in my favorites for March as well because it was a lifesaver for me. I don't know if I mentioned this in that video, but this is the longest my hair has been in probably 18 years. And being that my hair is longer, I never realized how quickly hair gets icky. I went from super short hair to, and it's super thick. My hair is super thick, and it's always been super thick, but that's why I kept it super short, because I used to always get all kinds of headaches from long hair. My hair used to be clear down to my butt, but 18 years ago I cut it because of the migraines I was getting, and I haven't had it longer since then. This is the longest it's been. And with that being said, like, you have to shampoo longer hair all the time for it to look good, or you have to use a dry shampoo. So I got this in an Ipsy, and I didn't think I'd use it because I had never used a dry shampoo before and didn't even fathom how one would work or how it would make your hair feel shampooed. But this is some pretty awesome stuff. It's the first dry shampoo I've used though, so I am going to try out a few more before I decide whether this is going to be the one I repurchase. But this is the Oribe or Oribe or Orib, I don't know, Gold Lush dry shampoo, and it is pretty fantastic. I will say that my hair felt nice and clean and healthy when I did use it. The next thing I have in here are these Global Beauty Care Botanical Collection Cucumber Extract Makeup Cleansing Wipes. So I only use makeup wipes for one purpose, and that is for washing makeup off of, like, my hands when I'm doing my makeup in the morning, or when I'm doing one of these videos that I've done swatches with, or anything like that. I don't really use these to take makeup off my face. So with that being said, these worked for the purpose that I needed them to work. They smelled good. The cucumber scent was really subtle but really good. It smelled really good, and I kind of dig the packaging. The see-through pink is really kind of cool, but like, a makeup wipe is a makeup wipe is a makeup wipe to me. So will I repurchase them? Probably. I got them. There's 60 wipes in here, which is pretty standard for makeup wipes, for $4 at TG Maxx, and that's not standard for makeup wipes. Standard for makeup wipes is somewhere around $8 for 60. So sometimes you can get them cheaper, but I think that they worked the way they were supposed to, and I would repurchase them, if nothing else, because the packaging is pretty cool. The next thing I have in here is my last bottle of the Japanese makeup brush cleanser. It is this little tiny travel bottle, and it is just 1 fluid ounce. It is the coconut scent one. I will say that I loved the coconut scent one of these, and I went ahead and purchased another e.l.f. Daily makeup brush cleaner because it lasts longer, and it's 2 fluid ounces as opposed to 1 fluid ounce. I will be purchasing I think I've said it before, I will be purchasing the one from Sephora, the blue one. I've heard really great things about. So I'm going to be purchasing those in the upcoming sale at Sephora. But before I do that, I just want to say that I purchased this again on a whim because it was on sale at TJ Maxx, and it's set of 3. It was like $4, and over the holidays, well, right before the holidays, I had gotten a 3-pack for like $10 at Ulta, and I thought that was a good deal, but they were $4 at TJ Maxx. And in between those ones and this one, I purchased another e.l.f. one, and I was like, I like the e.l.f. one better, it lasts longer, blah, 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 right? I will say this one cleans a lot better than the e.l.f. one does, and while the e.l.f. one lasts longer, it is 1 fluid ounce more than this one. It takes more sprays. I know that I could spray this one, spritz, on my brush, clean it off, and my brush would look like I hadn't even used it. With the e.l.f. one, I have to spray multiple times, even for a brush of this size, and this is clean with the e.l.f. Daily Brush Cleanser. So, same for the other side. This is clean. So, what I will say is this one definitely cleaned better. And while the e.l.f. one lasts longer, it is a fluid ounce more than this one. But you have to use more of it to get it to saturate your brush like this one did. I would probably repurchase a larger bottle of the Japanese. I was looking at it on Ulta, actually, because they've got the Ulta 21 Days of Beauty going on right now. The 30-ounce bottle of this is $30. The Cinema Secrets one at Sephora is $39. So I'm kind of going back and forth. I've had the Japanese, though. I'd like to try the Cinema Secrets. I've heard really great things about it. So I will probably purchase the Cinema Secrets one and try it out, and then decide from there whether I want to repurchase Japanese or the Cinema Secrets. I've decided that the e.l.f. one is not as good as I originally thought it was. The next thing I have was also in my favorites this month, and I'm really sad that it's gone, actually. It is the Pores No More Luminizer Primer by Dr. Brandt. This is a beautiful primer. Everything that goes on top of it is beautiful. It turns out so perfect. It just didn't last very long, and it is $38. When I showed this in my favorites video, I did say that I won't be repurchasing it. The reason why is because it is $38, and I can get my Holy Grail primer, which is the Laura Geller Spackle primers in any form, for $30, which is $8 cheaper than this, and it's got a full fluid ounce more than this does, and it's just as pretty. I don't find that my makeup sits any differently on my face, really, than when I put this on. What I will say is this goes on nicer. I feel like this covers more with less. I feel like it's just a really beautiful primer. Would I suggest it? Yes. Except for that you can get high-end primers for less cost than what this one is. But it is a beautiful primer. The next thing I finished, and I just finished this one today, is the Mary Kay Time-Wise Microderm Abrasion Step 1. I do have the other steps to this program, but God, I've had this forever. So I'm actually pretty excited to see it leave my collection. I do have other dermabrasion products that I'd like to use. I have a couple Dr. Brandt ones that I'd like to use. So I'm actually pretty stoked to see this go, but I've had this forever. I did like it. I do find that it did the job that it's supposed to do. This is for dry to oily skin, which is funny to me because dry to oily, it's just everybody, so why doesn't it say for every skin type? It says after cleansing, apply a quarter size amount of time-wise microdermabrasion step 1 to wet face with fingertips, rinse thoroughly with warm water, and pat dry. Follow with step 2. I do have step 2 in there. I just don't use step 2 as much. I use a different hydrating product than the one that comes with this. I liked it, but it's the only dermabrasion product that I've ever used, so I'm not sure if there's a better one out there. At this point in time, I probably wouldn't repurchase it because I want to try other products, but it's not a bad product. The last 3 things that I have here are brow products, which is wild to me, but this one I've had forever. It is my Anastasia Beverly Hills Brow Wiz. It's not a bad brow product. It is a definer, so it's super thin there on the end, and it is completely gone. It does have a nice spoolie. You guys can see that. Does have a nice spoolie. It is a great product. It is auburn. The auburn in this comes out a lot like this color here, which is more of like a rose gold, so it looked really odd, especially if it got on my skin accidentally. So I would always pair it with a soft brown, so it just kind of mellowed that kind of like rose gold color out. It's not a bad brow product, but it was pretty spendy. It did last a while, but I think it lasted as long as it did because I was pairing it with another product, and because when I first bought it, I wasn't using it as much because it wasn't my favorite. Will I repurchase it? Probably not, just because I don't want my big spend in makeup products to go towards brow products. So the next thing I have is another It Cosmetics Brow Power. It was in my brow product drawer, so I just finished it off. There wasn't much left to it. It broke like the other ones. It is an oval shaped brow product. It's not a bad brow product. It is probably my favorite brow product besides the MAC eyebrows, but they break. I don't know what is up with this brow pencil, but every single one I've had has broken. It does have a spoolie on one end, which is nice. I do like the Brow Wiz spoolie better. It's a little more pointed. This one's just kind of blunt at the end, and it's really weird. It is a $24 eyebrow pencil. That is more expensive than the Brow Wiz, so I'm not going to buy this one again because this is not where I want to spend my money. Then I'm certainly not going to buy this one again, but I do love the Brow Power. I would repurchase it if this is where I would want to spend my money. I also have this one, which is the Covergirl Defining Ultra Fine Brow Pencil, and it is ultra fine. It's a lot like the Brow Wiz. And it does have a spoolie on the other end, which I don't mind, but like the It Cosmetics one, it's very blunt on the one end, so I don't prefer it. This one was only $7.95, I think it was, so $8. While it was only $8, I went through this in no time. There was hardly any product in here. What was in here had to have been super soft because I went through this product so very quickly. It doesn't say how much product is in it, but literally I turn it like 5 times and it's at the bottom, and it feels like it's only about to here. So these pencils are very deceiving because I don't think that they fill any of this with product. It just feels like all the product was in this one little end here. I went through it so fast. I just purchased this. I would repurchase it because it was very easy to use, but I don't even think I got $8 worth of products in here, and that's sad to me. It is Covergirl. It was good. It was a great product. It was like the perfect color of soft brown for me. I paired it with my Anastasia Brow Wiz, and that gave my brows a pretty amazing color. The amount of product that's in here I feel is pretty minimal. And while I understand this is a drugstore option and the cost is far less than, say, your IT Cosmetics or your Anastasia or your MAC, there still should be a decent amount of product in it. I think I used it for 3 weeks, guys. Will I repurchase it? Yes, if I had to, but with the amount of product that's in there, I just feel like it's, even at $8, it's kind of a ripoff. That looks like it's it. That's it for my empties, guys. That is quite a bit of product, though. I'll add it all up and put it on my Instagram for y'all. But that's it. That's all I have for you. I hope that you enjoyed my empties this month. I enjoyed going through them. I did already purchase some backups for these guys, so I'll probably have a little mini haul at some point, but I also plan on spending some money at Ulta during the next 7 days for the 21 Days of Beauty. I do know that I will be picking up some Laura Geller primers because they are only $19 a piece right now as opposed to $30. So I will be picking those up, but also Sephora will be having a sale soon, and I will be picking up some stuff there as well. So I'll have some hauls for you in the future, which I think is going to be fantastic because I haven't had one in months. I've just been picking up little things here and there when I've gone shopping and needed to pick up like an item or two, but yeah, it's time. It's time. So thank you so much for watching my March Empties. I hope that you enjoyed it. Please don't forget to give me a big thumbs up if you did. I hope that you'll want to subscribe on your way out. I would love to have you as part of my YouTube family here. And P.S. It's Easter. Happy Easter if that's what you're celebrating. And thank you so much for joining me today. I know that you don't have to, so it warms my heart that you do, especially on this fine holiday. Thank you so much. See you in my next video. Bye, guys.